Back with a drip that hits and a trim that fits so eloquently well, styled and curated by me. It's your boy with the hell of a flavor, the eloquent razor, Mr. Royale Black. And we go down to Atlanta. We go down to the Peach State, the capital city of Georgia, Atlanta, and we come back home with the W. It was not in the fashion that I would like it to be. But, hey, nonetheless, you play this game to win. We had to get that W in the win column. As I say, every game is about positioning and you lobbying for positioning. And all these games are going to really be a testament of what we need to fix heading into the next game. This game, it had its highs and it had its lows. And it was, of course, Sam Howell taking abuse again with the sacks that he doesn't even need to take. And I have to give it to him. He got sacked 5 times today. And I say, I believe all them sacks was on him. Of course, the line they have to hold, but they can only hold for so long. But Sam took those sacks. He has to throw the ball away and, have to play another day, especially on the earlier downs. Like when it's 1st and 10 and we had the ball in their territory, you can't take these sacks. You just have to throw the ball away. Don't worry about your numbers. Don't worry about your completion percentage. You live to play another down. Now, he was looking good getting the ball early to Terry. I said that would be a factor, something I would like to see. Terry in the first half had about 5 catches for 63 yards. In the second half, only 1 catch for 18 yards. That's the only concerning thing. But in the second half, the offense was very vanilla. EB, he came out in that second half like we was going to do something. The rookie 6th-round pick, Chris Rodriguez, he came out and he was getting some yards. He was getting some penetration. I'm like, okay, EB going to go to that run game. That's what we needed. We needed to rely on eating up that clock going into that second half because it was a point of a game. We was up 24-10. And I'm just saying, keep running down the clock, try to get another touchdown, and hopefully a field goal, add 10 more points to this game. Let's put these teams away. This is how you got to do it because you don't want to keep on relying on the defense, which has had its questions and it's had its holes and it's had its issues. Speaking of defense, Emmanuel Forbes did not start today. Danny Johnson, a veteran who's been with us for a few years, and he does come to play when he does get in there and start. And he made a play today. He made a play that really saved us on, I believe that was a 3rd or 4th down. But I know either way, it was ending their drive and it was starting up ours. Defense looked good. Casey Tuhill had a few sacks. We had some pressure. Chase Young almost got one. Jamin Davis got one. And, of course, Jamin Davis also helped us win the game when they were driving back downfield with 30 seconds left. He sealed the game for us, and that was pretty much ball game. But the highlights, it was some highlights. Sam Howell was looking good. He had 3 touchdowns, Ritter, on the other hand, he had 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So I guess Sam Howell probably came to Ritter since they came in the same draft class and probably said, it's okay, man, bounce back from that. You have to have a short memory playing quarterback in the NFL, especially with this team. I'm just personally, I don't want to sound like somebody that's complaining, but that was a win that we just need to put teams away. It's not like I'm not happy we didn't win. Of course I'm happy we won the game. But who wants to keep playing? Who wants to keep these teams in the game? We have to start keeping these teams in the game. Arthur Smith, the utilization that he uses with his team and his personnel as far as the backs, the receivers. He has 2 big receivers. Well, Kyle Pitts is a tight end, but you might as well say he's a receiver. He's 6'6", 240, and you have Drake London. That's about 6'5", 6'6", 230, 240. And how he utilizes them, gives them spots on the field, and he gets them into the middle of the field, which we've had issues with defending. Now, one thing, like I said, I didn't want this game to come down where we put ourselves in a vulnerable position to where it's like we're trying to play for help or either play, to get flags or against it, because you don't want to have the refs hold the destiny of your fate in this game. And we had a few stupid penalties, and then we didn't even have things called in our favor. It was a part of the game. I think Chase Young jumped off sides because Desmond Ritter, with that crazy loud cadence that he has, he jumped off sides, and they got a free play, and he bombed it out to Drake London. And St. Juice, he's about 6'3", 225. He jumps and makes a play on the ball. He has the size to get up there and contest the catch. with Drake London. And it looks like St. Juice came down with the ball, even though like we wasn't going to be able to get it, but they gave Drake London the catch. I thought that was crazy. And then it was a few plays. So it was when they were driving in the third quarter. They give them pass interference, but I'm like, hold up. People been jumping over Terry and Curtis Samuel and stuff, and we ain't getting no calls. But you don't want to blame the rest. Like certain things we have to hold ourselves accountable for. And again, with the line, the line can only hold up so much. Sam, you just have to get rid of that ball. Like, EB, you have to run the ball, man. We just had to run the clock out because the defense, they did play well as far as like keeping them out the end zone. Ben St. Juice got his first interception. Remember last season, he had got 2 interceptions and they were both called back on penalties. So this would have probably been his third if he didn't get called back from them penalties. And I believe that's Ben St. Juice's first touchdown since high school because he didn't get any interceptions at the University of Minnesota. Kendall Fuller had an interception. And, of course, Jamin Davis sealed the fate of the game. It was some good play on defense. A lot of our guys we needed to stepped up. I don't think Emmanuel Forbes took one defensive snap. And the defense looked it much better. I know my homeboy, my man Tay, my man Bay Newt, he had gave me a call. We had discussed that like right after the game. So like you see it's a significant difference. But the only thing I really don't like with our defense and Jack Del Rio, his scheme is that the cushioning he gives on like his soft zones, it's just too much. Like you're gonna always have a big game with a receiver against our defense, and I don't like that. Like your number one is more than likely going to have a ball. He's going if you're playing against us or betting against us in fantasy, bet on that opposing team's number one receiver. Hell, maybe even a number 2 or number 4 may have a game. You just never know. It's still gambling either way. And far as like us, like the Falcons came into the game with 5 sacks on the year. Yeah, just like the week before, the Bears came in the game with 5 sacks on the year. I think they came in with 3, but they ended up with 5, and like that was just like Sam, dog. Like I be trying to vouch for you. I believe in you, and I also want to get to again, as I said, don't want to keep on running, rambling all over the place. I want to make this short. Arthur Smith usage of his running backs with Bijan Robinson, Algier, and Cordell Patterson, like how he uses these guys in the run game and the pass game. That's how I thought it was going to be here in Washington when ED got here. All these long developing plays is not helping Sam's case. It's not going to help his health in the long run, neither him taking all this punishment. Like, you got to have somebody at check down. And I thought AG was going to be that guy and be that check down and be that safety blanket, or maybe a Cole Turner or Logan Thomas. Like, maybe we still figuring out the scheme. We 6 games in, we 7 games next week. Big NFC East matchup. We need our payback. We need our vengeance. We need to go back over 500 to go to 4-3. You don't want to think too ahead of yourselves, and I'm gonna do a video on that too. Of course, the Giants. We need our payback. Y'all remember that Sunday night game? How we got worked on the penalty on Terry, which was bull, and then when we tried to go for it again, no pass interference. It was like a legal hold. It was like 3-4 penalties at once. No flag. And the whole NFL, whether you was a Commanders fan or not, know that was some bull. But hey, we just got to take it on the chin. Take it for what it is. It was not a pretty win. I really felt like when we was up 24-10, I was like, man, let's put this game away. Let's keep scoring. Let's do this as a confidence builder going into the next week, knowing we have a big game. Yes, Chase Young is getting pressure. You seen Montez make some plays. The run defense, it looked good. We needed that run defense last week, though, because that helped with, like, the Bears' penetration, and it helped a lot of things. But we still got to clean up a lot of things on the back end, especially the linebacking core. Cody Barton, as I said, I don't even think, like, you should ever be on a football field ever again. That penalty itself, like, when we had him, it was like, what was it, like a 3rd and 9? It was going to be 4th and 9, and they going to try to go for him. We got him the first 15 yards in the first down. That was crazy, but I ain't going to wrap y'all up too much longer. Commanders win 24-16. Sam finished with 14 out of 23 completion, 14 out of 23 passes. He started off the game 13-19, by the way. So that means in that second half, he had 1 completion out of 4 passes. See, this is what I mean. Like, that dropping back and taking all them sacks instead of just keep on running the ball. I always say keep it short and sweet, man. Short and sweet to take you a long way. But get up in them comment section, man. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next week, hail to the Washington Commanders. Peace.